Hey everyone, this is Minus 10 and just coming to you with some alternatives to the GoXLR. As many of you've heard, you've probably heard that the GoXLR is a product that's going to be discontinued by TC Helicon. A few days ago on their Discord channel, it basically stated, if you're not aware, unfortunately, TC Helicon has laid off all remaining staff in the Canada office, which was responsible for firmware, software, driver support for the GoXLR products. So although the GoXLR is still working, it clearly has numbered days. So this started a search on my end to find, okay, what could be a good alternative? Now, one product I settled in on is called the Roland Bridgecast, which is a product by Roland. I watched a number of YouTube reviews, and it appears to be quite good. So I purchased an item, and so far I am extremely happy with the product. Now I'll put a couple photos into the video here, but one of the really nice features of the Roland Bridgecast over the GoXLR is the size of the device. As you can see here, I've got it on my desk, and in the past, the GoXLR would be massive. It was huge. It was a very heavy device and would occupy a big chunk of my desk, and I couldn't use that desk for anything other than the GoXLR. So the Roland Bridgecast, very, very svelte, very well built, and fits nicely right in front of my keyboard. And right next to my Roland Bridgecast is my amplifier, and then I've got my Stream Deck on the right, which I use for switching apps. But overall, very, very nice package, and very high quality as well. It's got looks like an aluminum front plate and some heavy duty plastic around the back. But so by using those materials, it makes it a lot lighter too, and it's just much easier. Now, the other aspect of the Roland Bridgecast is that you can use bus power. You don't have to have a separate power cord to run to an outlet to power this device, which is also a really nice addition. One thing I have not tested, though, is how to do this on a dual PC, because I don't have a dual PC. So to connect it to the computer, it's just a single cord from the back of the device that is run via USB-C to USB-C on the back of your PC. Super easy, provides full power. Now, the other aspect of the Roland Bridgecast is the software. So anybody who's used the GoXLR can attest that the software, although is robust, can be a little bit confusing. What Bridgecast has done, or Roland Bridgecast has done, is they simplified the software quite a bit. When you open the software, you'll have this screen with the various channels, and I have my 4 channels. As one is the input, which is the mic. The second channel I have for music. The third is for chat, and I use for Discord, and then the fourth is for the game volume. Now, the other really nice feature of the Bridgecast is the fact that you can control the volume to yourself, what they call a personal mix, and then you have a volume control for the stream mix. Now, you can control these in synced up. So you see how under the game channel, it's going up and down, synchronized. Now you can also you can turn that off by where it says mix link. Turn that off, and I have the stream on. So the stream mix is on right now. It's a blue light. And so when I adjust the game volume, it just adjusts it for the stream, which is a really nice feature, because if you're streaming a game or whatever you're doing, and your chat tells you, hey, you're too loud or you're too weak, it's just a simple dial, and it's super easy. Now, of course, if you want to adjust your own volume, you can just turn off the stream mix. Now, it still streams. It's still sending the audio out, but now you're on your personal mix, and then you can just adjust your game volume that way. So it's a very simple interface, which I find easier to use than the routing table that was used in the GoXLR. Now, the other aspect of the software is the is just the setup. So the mic setup is pretty straightforward: dynamic condenser headset. Now I'm using a Shure S7MB mic, and it's got plenty of power. I'm recording on it right now. With my GoXLR, I did use a cloud booster, and I had it set under a condenser. So this thing has plenty of power. You won't have any issues there. I do run my headphones through an amp because I have high impedance headsets. These are the Sennheiser 660S2, so they require 300 ohms, and I just like using an amplifier. But connecting an amplifier was super easy. I just ran a cable to the mic output and then just ran it into my my amplifier, and then of course I ported it out through my 1/4-inch headphone jack there. Mic cleanup. You know, the interesting thing was a lot of these settings are the same as in the GoXLR mic setup, and I mirrored most of them. Now I did play around a little bit on the mic setup because I'm not using the cloud booster anymore, so I had to up my gain a little bit. You can see I'm clipping a little bit right here, but nothing too worrisome. For the mic cleanup, a lot of these settings, especially when you look at the compressor component, it's really almost exactly the same as what I had for my XLR. De-esser, I set at 4 in the GoXLR was 40%, and then the gate, I believe I set it roughly about the same. The EQ settings are a little different. There's a few different hertz, kilohertz settings, but I tweaked these to see what sounded the best. So it was pretty straightforward. Mic effects, a little bit more simplified. All you have to do is hit a button here, and then you can hear some of the sound effects. And then if you want to select different ones, you can just scroll through them.
And you can hear a few. You can hear a few of the mic effects.
And then you got some evil-sounding deep voices here. So enjoy playing around with that.
But no, let me turn it off here. All you need to do is you could go in and you can play around with these and come up with a different voice effect that you want. But again, just a very, very simplified software, where on the GoXLR, it was you had to hit a multitude of buttons, and it sometimes became confusing on how to get the effects to work correctly. Now, another nice feature is you can customize the EQ based upon the game you're playing. So, I play a lot of Call of Duty, so I can select a Call of Duty equalizer setting. Now, the nice part is you can also go on the physical device here, and you can quickly just scroll through the audio settings that you want. That's Apex, Valorant, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and then a general first-person shooter. So, and then when you click to the last one, it turns off the EQ for game. Chat, you can actually customize the EQ for chat, which is really nice. I use Discord for my chat mostly. Not sure if I'll ever use this, but it is nice if you want to get cleaner audio from some of your chat partners. There's an output. This would be more for if you're using the console. I don't have this on. I don't use a delay. And of course, I'm using just my headphones for my output, not necessarily need it outputted to a different channel. Now, the color settings, again, if you've used a GoXLR, customizing the color settings on your buttons here is super easy. On the GoXLR, every time I visited the color settings, it was always a bit of a chore to understand how do you change the button's color and, active versus inactive, and it was always confusing. Now, the one thing you can't do, and I hope it's something as an option down the road, is you cannot customize the mute button here. So on the GoXLR, if I was muted, I would usually have it turn red, and if I was not muted, it was white. So, for example, I'll hit and now I'm back, and you can see it's like a soft white versus a hard white. Not a big deal, but it's a nice simple process to set up colors. Now, it's also easy to assign the channel. So, channel 1 I have for mic, the channel 2 I have for music, channel 3 I've got for chat, and then channel 4 I've got for my game. Now, I don't have the system on the GoXLR. I use the system for my channel 4. That way I could feed all my sound from my web pages and anything else that I was using, but I just have it set for game. Mostly because when I'm on Zoom calls, I don't want my system sounds going over my Zoom calls during my my day job. Then you got the profile, super easy. So once you change any setting, it's just like the GoXLR. You want to make sure you save it. Now, on the GoXLR, you'd have that little icon to save it. Here you don't. You just hit right, click on the number. I'm going to hit 1, and click OK, and that's saved. So super easy. And then lastly, you got a system. You can change it to, if you look at the indicators right here on the Roland Bridge Cast, you can have it as a level. I like the level because I like to see how much volume I'm pushing through the device. But you could also change it to a meter, so you can see the metering. You can see on the mic how it's flashing and telling you how far you're going. So might have to adjust my gain. I hope I'm not clipping on this video. You've got an update button here, and one thing to note on the update version, if you click up, even though I'm on the latest version, if you click update, it's a bug. It continuously keeps updating to the same version. I don't know why it does that. And then you can reset it to factory settings. Roland Cloud BGM, I have no idea what that means. That's probably a future feature set. And then you can set up your headphones to get a boost normal or a boost 2. Boost 2 is just too loud, so I kept it at 1. So overall, really impressed with the Roland Bridgecast because it basically does everything a GoXLR does, just in a smaller package. Gives you a much smaller footprint on your desk. It's a lot lighter. No extra power cable, which is nice when we've already got enough cables to manage, trying to make our setups look decent and not like a rat's nest of cables. And then very easy to use software. So it's a real bummer to see the GoXLR, go into the history books of gaming and streaming, but totally get it. They've got to face a business decision, and they're looking to probably sell it or wind it down. So if you're looking for an alternative, I would definitely recommend the Roland Bridgecast. For retail, I believe it's around $299 on Amazon. I'm sure whenever you're watching this video, it might vary in price, but I would say give it a shot. If you like the GoXLR, you want a lot of the same features, if not more, give it a try. So this is -10, and hopefully this was a helpful video for you.